Kamwa Dr. Mutai kole mawekse tetutik chebo kabaraitab taonitab Kericho kouen maketab serikalitab emoni kondochin President Dr. William Ruto.
Lakini ko makosa inyon chito nengen ile itinye korengung. Ibe mote kelek subui ilga mwaita ak inyele as quarter. Ala ko bona garse keechen ako bakan garishyo ko moto ne keechen ako as quarter. So kwa mwali ke verification. Bite tuna. Ako ke verification aka mojo moyo le chito ne teite ile mi bare niki koito. Mami bare niki bro batie mitsahau. Kotimanyo maandamano ami wiki ni mwa county. Nyonse ketuye.
Kacher biikab emet kotia kokochi kasubet serikalitab emoni akoibchi kamanut kosirgei koek birikab kura asikosulda makenywa nebo kelewen President Dr. William Ruto en kasarta nebo aeng.
Ng'alei biik kyok chebo gaa kelenje yai nenyonet. Men ko ng'alei chi kolenje yai nenyonet. Angamun ngobone ke bororionino kakobangan bichuno komoche chi tugul ng'echerani president. Ko echek itinye kelchi ko ki bororiet ketinye ng'echeretab president. Men kolenje chi yan nenyonet kotko yan nenyonet ko kasu borche ng'echeranoton bichundo. Amoche asom biik kyok ale kokeng'alal ak gavanaek kyok tugul ak kandoik kyok. Akoi Barchok, akoi olimbo Narok, akoi olimbo Elgeyo, akoi olimbo Merkwet, akoi yuno olimbo Tugen. Ako Nandi Governor Sang, ko kaituye tugul koboto waziri nenyon Kipchumba Murkomen. Ko kikimek boisiek kyok. Ak kekoshine kele kimonye keyai chekibore voter registration.
Aripotonye logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Kaindochi eng betutab rani President William Ruto igorta nebo Ministry nebo ICT ole kaikoitoi konunotok eng barnotik chotok koibelchigei award chebo kamunetab Huawei eng Nairobi.
Yan, the ambassador of People's Republic of China to Kenya. A clap for her, please.
Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of Republic of Kenya, Honorable William Kabango Gitau, Cabinet Secretary, Engineer John Tanui, Principal Secretary, Mr. Gavin Gao, CEO of Huawei, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my great pleasure to attend this global ICT competition awarding ceremony. First of all, I wish to express my highest respect to Your Excellency, President Ruto. I think you're personally residing over today's event, despite your very busy schedule, demonstrate the great importance that Kenya attaches to education, technological innovation, and development of young talent. It also provides tremendous encouragement to young Kenyans who aspire to pursue their dreams and contribute to the digital age. I would also like to extend my warmest congratulations to all the award-winning students. My sincere appreciation also goes to the teachers who have provided them with dedicated guidance, as well as to the relevant Kenyan government departments, universities, and Huawei for the careful organization of this competition. The students receiving award today have distinguished themselves through their solid professional knowledge, excellent practical skills, innovative thinking, and strong teamwork. The achievements are not only the result of their hard work and perseverance, but also reflect the vitality, creativity, and enormous potential of Kenya's young people and Kenya's rapidly developing digital economy. The remarkable results also stem directly from the strong commitment of His Excellency President Ruto and the government to education, skills, and innovation. I'm confident that they will demonstrate the wisdom, capability, and a sense of responsibility of young Kenyans on the even broader stage. Ladies and gentlemen, at present, a new round of scientific and technological revolution and industrial transformation is advancing in depth. The rapid evolution of information technology, artificial intelligence, and other cutting-edge technologies has opened up new prospects for human society and created broader space for deepening international cooperation. China attaches great importance to the research and application of these frontier technologies and has fostered a host of high-tech enterprises, including Huawei. While lifting China's industrial technology standards, these enterprises also support other developing countries to ride the wave of new technology for growth. Earlier this month, the World Artificial Intelligence Cooperation Organization, the WICO, was launched in Shanghai, China. CS Honorable Gitau signed the agreement on behalf of Kenya, and Kenya became one of its founding members. This marks an opportunity for us. Chinese President Xi Jinping emphasized at the World AI Conference that AI should be developed for the kind, and greater efforts should be made to boost international cooperation on AI capacity building. President Xi also announced that over the next
Tesetai ak tuyet kibagengeit notok nebo kachomiet nebo National Cohesion and Integration Commission eng kibagenge ak kibagengeitab kanisoshek nebo Interreligious Council of Kenya ole tesetai icheket kokoitoi ng'alalet kotinygei ak tetutik chebo kakimitetab kibagenge eng emetab Kenya, kachomiet koboto kora kalyet eng emet ole itorchingei kibagengeitab National Cohesion and Integration Commission koker kole kabois eng kibagenge ak kanisoshek eng kakimitetab kachomiet eng emetab Kenya. Ngekustigo
stakeholders. 2. Promoting responsible, conflict-sensitive media reporting. 3. Developing and advancing practical tools such as commitment templates for political rallies, peace pledges, and clear election cycle cohesion protocols. So in this particularly, we'll be expecting political actors to commit that they will uphold certain protocols that we will be developing and launching soon. 4. Revitalizing multi-stakeholder platforms, including the Rubiano platform for peace and expanding county-level interfaith networks for civic education, community peace committees, and accountability. 5. Supporting measures that enhance the Commission's capacity to address toxic public discourse and protect national cohesion. 6. Undertake joint engagements for advocacy, especially in meetings, conferences, and forums. 7. Conduct regular media briefs to address emerging peace and cohesion issues. 8. Developing and disseminating common peace and cohesion messages in places of worship. 9. Constitute national and county level mediation teams. Lastly, establish peace clubs in all learning institutions sponsored by religious institutions. Under this, we are referring to the Amani clubs and such kind of activities that are running in schools. Thank you. My colleague will continue from here.
Thank you very much. My name is Reverend Dr. Elias Otieno Agola, the National Chairman of the National Council of Churches of Kenya, NCCK. I would like to take us through our joint call. IRCK reiterates its readiness to work alongside NCIC through advocacy, grassroots mobilization, and joint action. And the Commission also welcomes this partnership, as we have already discussed, and the constructive proposals that are presented by us as the faith community. To our political leaders, the pursuit of power must never come at the cost of our shared humanity. Compete for votes, not for destruction of your neighbor's dignity. We call upon all political actors to refrain from the mobilization of our people and using our youths as goons during their political engagements. to our youth of this country. Do not let anyone recruit your voice, recruit your keyboard, or your energy into the work of division. Your future as a young person depends on the peace you choose to build today. To every citizen of this great Republic of Kenya, guard your tongue. Guard your tongue and guard your timeline. Report hate speech when you encounter it. Refuse to share it. Refuse to amplify it. And refuse to let it define how you see your fellow Kenyan. To fellow faith leaders across the mosques, the churches, the temples, and the shrines, let us continue to speak with one voice so that the pulpit and the minbar remain places of healing, not platforms for political divisions. And with that, I would also want to say that every other political actor should respect every other government agencies, including the NCIC, ensuring that we talk to NCIC with a lot of respect and decorum and supporting the work that they do, because that is the reason why they were formed.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Kenyans, together the NCIC and IRCK underscore that Kenya's unity is non-negotiable. Proactive, coordinated, and courageous action now will significantly reduce the risk of violence and help deliver a peaceful, inclusive, and credible electoral process in our country. Therefore, we call upon political leaders, aspirants, media practitioners, citizens, and all stakeholders to reject hate speech, ethnic profiling, and violence, and to prioritize issues of development, justice, and shared prosperity. Signed by Bishop Dr. Kefo Mai, the chairperson of NCIC, on the 28th of July, 2026, and Sheikh Abdullah Salat, chairperson, IRCK. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless Kenya. All right, as usual, we give the opportunity, I think, Madam Olive, you can pick it up from there, to those who might want to ask any question.
Thank you very much, Chair, for the IRCK protocol observed. At this point, I would request that we can ask questions either in Swahili or English. We'll take 3 at a time, and then we will respond. We start with
Thank you, Bishop. As you were reading out all this, Bishop, I was preparing questions. I have 3 questions, Bishop. Number 1, where are we in terms of these investigations? When do we expect to see these leaders in court? 2, there are those who will argue that NCIC is releasing these names after CSR and Ndwale complained or blamed NCIC of double standards. And 3, for how long have you been conducting these investigations? Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you so much, Bwana Njoroge. Firstly, let me say, before we carry out any investigation, it's important for Kenyans to know there has to be complaints. You don't go out there and begin to act on a TikTok clip which has been sent. I've said that before. We are an institution that believes in the due process, believe in the law, and the procedures that we have as a commission. So until someone raises a formal complaint, especially from our people, it puts us in a very awkward place because we don't know whether the clip that has been sent is AI generated. So we have to be sure that it is a legitimate complaint that has been sent to us. So until that happens, we take our time to be sure of what we are doing. Because when you call upon a political actor or any Kenyan who has preached the law or seemingly has preached the law, you must have evidence. So I want to begin by that, yes, it has taken time. But now that we made statements right from this place, and I'm on record that I have been calling upon any Kenyan that has a formal complaint to get to NCIC. Now those complaints have begun coming. And on the basis of that, we have launched investigations. And these investigations take a process. We go to the field, gather information. That information is properly documented, because by the time we are going to court, we must have a watertight case. So that one, I can tell you, it has nothing to do with the political statements which have been made out there, but rather complaints from the public. Number two, I think it goes together. Why now? Why now? Again, it takes us back to the formal complaints that we have received as a commission. Number three, very important, ladies and gentlemen, this must go on record. We don't wait until a political leader issues a statement or takes it on NCIC for us to act. Like I've said before, we act following the due process of the law, the procedures, and remember we have the NCI Act that guides us and our own in-house procedures that we follow. Let it be understood that these cases sometimes take long. That is very important, because once we get the processed feedback from the field through our investigative apparatus, all right, we go a step ahead and involve other agencies, so that these other agencies, we have what we call the multi-agency, all right, teams, and also actors. They help us. We work very jointly. By the time we are taking someone to court, I can assure you we have a watertight case. And that's what this new commission has embarked on doing, without any favor and without an apology. I made it very clear when we were sworn in, and I've made statements the other day when we issued the joint presser. This commission is going to act firmly. So if there is any political leader that thinks is going to run away and is going to escape taking the burden of proof, they are cheated. We are going to rein in any political leader that is inciting the public, that is breaching the law according to the NCIC Act. That must come out very clear, ladies and gentlemen.
Chair, maybe a small clarification on the time. Understand, like Otuma's issue was like about a month ago, and Ole's issue was last week. So can you tell us maybe the last 1 month you have received complaints against the names that you have released, or is it the last 1 week? That's the clarification I wanted to make.
You see, what happened is, and I'm on record, I issued a statement that actually is on the digital platforms, that any Kenyan who has a complaint against any political leader, any Kenyan, to come forth, to collaborate with the commission and give us the complaint officially. Now, we could not act there before because of political campaigns, because of what somebody said out there. But now we have formal complaints. Way forward, we'll be publishing some of those names. Yeah.
From your statement that NCIC used to wait for complaints from the public, does it mean that the commission is established to sit, wait and wait for complaints after false statements from politicians or any other person? Two, you have well said that you have to wait for evidence from members of the public, does it mean that we do not have capacity to investigate and collect evidence against those who are having or making false statements in the public?
You know, when you go to court or take anyone to court, there has to be a witness. There has to be a witness. There has to be someone that lodged the complaint. That's very important. We should not forget that. Number two, we have the capacity. Once we have collaborated with the Communication Authority of Kenya, who are charged with the responsibility, for example, of transcribing any speech, any rhetoric in vernacular, in whichever language, and we realize it meets the threshold for prosecution, that's when we begin to act. So it's joint collaboration in the sense that we have in-house investigators, all right? But at the same time, we depend heavily on complaints from the public. You see, fighting this kind of a kanga, if I can call it, calls for joint collaboration, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to be left to NCIC alone. That's why you are seeing our interfaith leaders here, because they're equally concerned, and these are members of congregations somewhere who are actually polarizing our country along ethnic lines. So we worked in collaboration, like the way we are working in collaboration with the fourth estate.
My question, Chair, is that before anyone lodges a complaint, then when someone makes, do you mean that when someone makes a false statement outside there, then if without a formal complaint or without a complaint from the public to your desk, then that goes without you establishing any repercussions or conducting any repercussions against such sentiment?
I get what you're saying. It should be very clear. Let me repeat what I've said, because this is communication now, and the message must be very clear. Collaboration calls for a complaint from a member of the public, right? And we do not wish off. We receive the complaint, we process it internally, and then we have our teams that go to investigate. That's very key. Apart from that, there are those cases where our own investigation team internally take action. Are you saying that? Without waiting for complaint from anybody. And what we normally do is, some of the clips, we send them to the Communication Authority of Kenya for transcription. And we are actually establishing an office in the commission that will process some of those ethnic content or hate speech content. So I want to remind all of us, the commission that has come in is doing whatever we can to making sure the gaps that might have been there are no longer in existence. I think that should be clear, that we need collaboration from all Kenyans.
I think if I'm allowed, I would like to add to what the chair is saying, that all of us as Kenyans, and first I think it's good to commend the media, because you are the one who brings some of these things to our attention, because you are covering these politicians. But I want to say it's not possible for the commission to work
in isolation.
We as the religious leaders will do what we need to do, but even you as the fourth estate, we are counting on you, because also your evidence cannot be ignored. And what you hear politicians say, and you have already heard them say, they were taken out of context. And that is why now it has to go to the CAK. And some of them, of course, you know, they talk in vernacular, but they also talk in English or Swahili. So it's a process. And you must understand, because you live in this country, like all of us, processes of charging people, the journey becomes very, very intense. Because there are, somebody will still need the director of public prosecution will need to have these files. And sometimes you have heard they clear some, and some of them are withheld. And there is a lot of political implications in all this. But I want to commend the team. Remember, we can only give them time because they have not even finished 100 days. But we really need to support them. You as a media need to support them. We have come here to tell them you can count on us. And therefore, like you are asking, that question may not be answered in so many details because the process must take place, and the process is complex.
Let me say this also. In addition, the NCI Act, if you refer to the NCI Act, allows the Commission to investigate a case on its own volition without any influence, even without receiving a complaint.
Yeah.
But we do not succumb to unnecessary pressure. We follow the due process of the law. That must come out clear. All right.
Thank you, Chair. Two more questions. Please brief the lady first. Say your name and your
Naitwa Fredo Kati na fanya na shirika la NTV na maswali 10 lakini nitajaribu sana. Sasa huu uchunguzi wa waziri wa afya na vile kuwa naibu rais, labda uchunguzi unaweza kufikia wapi? Ili weekendi tumeweza kumsikia waziri wa afya akisema kwamba ni lazima kwanza mumwite Rigathi Gachagua ndipo aweze kufika mbele ya tume. Maoni yenu ni yapi kama tume, na vile vile iwapo huyu waziri mtaweza kumwita na aweze kukaidi kufika kwenye mbele ya tume, mtaweza kuchukua hatua gani? Swali langu la
wacha ni chipu hiyo kwanza, kwa sababu hiyo ni mengi. Kitu cha kwanza kabisa, unajua kuna mahali pa siasa na kuna mahali ya tume kufanya kazi. We do not, na atuchipeani kwa pressure ya kwamba huyu akiitwa akija na mimi ndio nitakuja. Nafikiri hiyo ni mchezo kabisa. Hatuwezi tukaruhusu mchezo kama huu. Tutafanya kazi yetu. Yule ambaye tutaita wa kwanza akuje asikuje, tuko na procedures na tutachukua hatua vilivyo bila mapendekezo na bila kupendelea yote. Wakija pamoja ni sawa. Si unaona mali tuko na space ya kutosha. Tutawakaribisha, lakini lazima tufuate mpangilio na sheria ile ambayo iliyoko. Ndiposa kila mmoja apewe haki yake na tufanye ile kazi ambayo tunatakiwa kufanya kama tume kwa niaba ya nchi kwa utaratibu. Hatuwezi tukaenda nje ya mipangilio. Kwa hivyo matamshi ya siasa ni tofauti na kazi ile ambayo tunafanya na procedures ambazo tunafuata. Endelea.
Swali nyingine ni kwamba kulingana na cheche ambazo zinatokea kwa wanasiasa, inaonekana kwamba tume imeweza kuzidiwa na nguvu na wanasiasa. Maoni yako ni yapi kama mwenyekiti?
Wacha niwaambie hivi, hatujasidiwa hata kidogo, kwa sababu tuko na uwezo. Na uwezo ambao tuko nao ni ule ambao tumepewa na NCI Act. Tuko na sheria na mipango ile ambayo tunafuatilia. Unajua, ukichua kazi yako, uwezi ukajipeana kwa pressure na kila ambacho watu wanasema ya kwamba labda tuko under pressure ya kwamba kazi imeanza kuwa ngumu. Hapana. Hawa commissioners ni commissioners ambao wako na ujuzi wa kufanya kazi. Kwanza mwenyekiti hapa, mnanijua. Wanakenya wataona matokeo. Na hapo tunafanya without fear and without favor. Ndiposa tunaambia wanasiasa wafanye siasa yao, wapige siasa yao kulingana na ile utaratibu ambao umetolewa na IEBC. Alright? Na sisi tume tufanye kazi yetu kuhakikisha kuna amani katika nchi. Tutapata na mahali.
My question goes to the Interim Business Council of Kenya. For far too long, the church and the politicians are done it. I think you can run away from that. Every Sunday or Saturday, that's where the politicians come. very welcome. They welcome to the pulpit, and they speak when they use words they want to do. So, because you are here with the NCC, from your side, what form of punishment, apart from the legal route, are you willing to go so that the politicians can have discipline? Apart from the legal routes, the church, I think the ball is in hands.
Thank you very much. That's a very good question, na imekuwa ikiulizwa ya kwamba makanisa wanaruhusu wanasiasa kuingia na hata kufanya vituko vyao kanisani. Ni kweli wanasiasa pia ni waumini, wanasiasa wanaruhusiwa kukuja makanisani, wanasiasa wako na haki ya kuhusika katika maisha ya kawaida kanisani, walakini kutoka kwa IRCK na pia kutoka kwa kwetu sisi wa NCCK na madhehebu mengine, tunayo mikakati ambayo tumewawekea. We have guidelines, and these guidelines are supposed to be followed, because when they come as worshippers, we expect them to just worship. But you see, these leaders, when you give them the mic, sometimes they go overboard. And they go overboard to insult one another with all the disregard to the places of worship, the sanctuaries. And of late we have seen they are accompanied by their goons, whom they have hired. Some are on payrolls, others are following them for handouts. And that's the reason why we have said that on the way to the 2027 general elections, we are going to continue to tighten these guidelines and procedures so that these politicians, when they come to our places of worship, whether it is a temple or a mosque or a church, they don't come with their agenda. They come with the only agenda to worship God and to participate in the worship as already scheduled. It is unfortunate that we have some pastors who allow politicians to play their dirty politics in the churches and places of worship. It is very unfortunate. There is no religious coordinating body, be it OAIC, that is Organization of African Instituted Churches, or EAK, that is the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya, or SDA or NCCK. There is no religious coordinating body, or KCCB, the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops, or even the SUPKEM and NAMLEF, that allow politicians to come and play their dirty politics in the church. So the pastors that are allowing that, they are doing disservice to the members that sit in these congregations. Because in one congregation, just one sitting, it is cosmopolitan. Again, we have people who have different political persuasions. So allowing these people to insult the other person is allowing them to insult your members. And we are saying that this is unchristian, this is unreligious, and this should not be tolerated. Do we have avenues of disciplining them? Yes, every other denomination, every other faith affiliation have their own ways to do that. But again, remember, we are not inviting people to come to abuse one another so that we can discipline them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we've come to the end of our conversation. For the media people,
Tab kalenjin genyoru logoyat kongete studio asiketestai ak tetutietab Kass Mashinani.
There are stories that make the heart race. where love is born in the most dangerous moments.
Ali was actually Poyraz Ali.
Each secret can destroy everything. Love, passion, power, lies.
It's not the first time you let me down. It was my mistake for trusting an idiot like you.
The dramas that make you feel everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m, Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m, Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m, and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m, Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus.
When you Star Times, Beichini, Burudani Ju, enjoy kids' entertainment, the best football, Hollywood movies, gripping dramas, and so much more at fantastic prices. Buy the aerial decoder at only 1,399 shillings and the dish decoder at only 2,499 shillings. Say yes to unmissable entertainment. Recharge your monthly subscription today and get upgraded to the next higher bouquet for 1 full month. And enjoy Teen Titans, Ben 10, and Pokemon Hunters on Cartoon Network, Gangs of Manila on ST Novella, and Come Back to Me on Novella E+, TNA Wrestling and Blockbuster Hollywood movies on TNT. Download the Star Times on app to enjoy unlimited entertainment on the go. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Get Africa's best entertainment anytime, anywhere, and now. Get Africa's best entertainment anytime, anywhere, and now for even less.
Here's what we're here for, duh.
With DSTV Stream and Safaricom Home Fiber.
Wow.
Just dial *400# then 0 to choose this DSTV offer. Select your Safaricom Home Fiber account and the DSTV Stream package you want, now at a discounted price. Then select your home fiber plan, confirm payment, pay using your M-Pesa PIN, and click on the link received to sign in to your new DSTV Stream account. Then enjoy the best movies, series, and sport in Africa at its best price ever. Only with DSTV Stream and Safaricom Home Fiber. T's and C's apply.
Silosu kila Jumatatu agoigo mutkasi otochi na sugabit kenyoru tienwogik chotok cheiberu rage
Mountain Jehovah Sabiruten Israel Amerike nende Asibarike chaleche
tienwogik chelelachen
Tinye Jeiso tuguk chechang Sominende sigogoni Magariot kiptayanden yam Magariot neba mago
tienwogik chebo kwaya tiendo neisomchinige tiendab TBT Chutak tugul inyoru eng tetutiet nebo Ilosu sikekas kong'ololwech Jehova kobun tienwogik. Ane Lea Kemboi Comment.
Omite nano nene testa ngolomba nyumbani. Karibuni sana.
Okay, jitap kalenjin witugul limini gotetutietab leneme.
Gazeti shege tugul kusoma gazeti nebo Daily Nation, gazeti nebo The Standard, gazeti nebo The Star nebo betutab rani gaskele muhaine.
Boaz Kemboi Triza Cheroro
Yamaja Jehovah Gongo Mugaga Jimmy Fichuger Kunoko Gatu Ingemwe Chitolo Matiange who meet the Serkali Noi.
The easiest thing Koki atakan Sergali and anybody in the Miss Regali and anybody in the leadership. whether co-elected and not co-appointed. It is the easiest thing to do because you don't need to explain.
Kingo jo serikali ne kotoy kita ne gure presidential working party on education reform. Kaya anyon analysis ngeme tukul gele yune ngalega elimu. Omu elimu connected ko the engine.
Siasa sinye kumagaria goingu. Siasa kwa lazima itinye sabu kila. Yingete ngoi men karia biashara. Karia biashara na yae. Yani lazima ile kakialta gani nena stock na maji.
Chitab Kalenjin tesetai tetutietab Kass Mashinani ole kibendi county nebo Uasin Gishu ole kayai kambagetab oret eng betutab rani alak eng sigik ak kipsomaninik komache imandanywa kotinygei ak rabisiek chemwaat kele kibetyo chekiutokyingei koboisie koba emetab Finland ak Canada. Mitei eng kebeberatak sirindenyo tesetai eng inguni.
Gojo Marab Rotich, I'm mengindetab Uasin Gishu ako am sasi nebo asikindetab lakwet agenge nekitawendi Canada, British Columbia University. Kialipan siling million 1.2. Kimi urani kakebwa kebunu county offices matakotache chi akakebwa kakitu office ne anti-corruption amu ngoliot agenge nekobit eng kesit nekomi Nakuru ko kakile kimokomi evidence ko kakikwong'e amu kingen kele anti-corruption commission ko agenge eng authorities cheimuch kocheng evidence nebo ng'ali age tugul nekabit ngochonyowe ngo kiy age tugul ko nguno kemi yu sikeengageen kenai kele tos yebono yemachulak sikobit kobut kesinyo. Angache ko kibo amu kokewirta kesit ing yun tomo keiku short of options kou yongen akwek tugul kele eng Nandi ko ngobetany kirosi akekere kele kotye chebono kotakekere kele angomiten nyo ako kikobet anyun kenyisiek 4 matakelu chego makitinye moita akomi lakwet ka koni kisome kora kandoik kelechini itingoei nebo bot cheboba eng chi nekinamtanya amu kibendi kiwongjini no ingen Nandi yemato kotoretechi ngakobwa boisiekab kaburwa amut yekilen kongoi kobwa sine lakini kochelewan angobe kotab chito nekilelwech nekotobendi nebo chito nekokilelchi ko kisome kele ngebwa yu kora sinye kechul ng'oliondonoto kongotomeche okureche eng konekit amakimeche ng'oliondono olen kikonyi kenyisiek arawek ata aeng chebo ne ako kikekere teta koroni monameche eunek simutai kobeten yo sikwamang'oke kwek kongoi mising.
Tume ya EACC nimesikiza malalamishi yenu kutoka kwa wawakilishi wenu wawili ya kwamba mumengoja haki kwa muda mrefu kwa kesi ya Finland ambayo ilikuwa ni upotovu wa pesa za wanafunzi ambao watu kadhaa walihusika katika jimbo hili. Juzi kulitolewa uamuzi wa hiyo kesi. Ni kweli muliripoti hapa, ambayo ni kawaida yetu kuchukua ripoti zote na kuzifanyia uchunguzi. Na zinafanyiwa uchunguzi kulingana na mkataba wetu ama mandate. Na tukiangalia zingine tuone mandate si yetu, tunapeleka kwa washirika wetu ama partners ambao wanazishughulikia. Kwa hivyo kulingana na mkataba wetu ama mandate, hiyo kesi ilielekea upande wa DCI. Na ilipoenda upande wa DCI, koti imefanya uamuzi wake juzi. Na vile nimeambiwa na wawakilishi wenu ni kwamba hamkuridhika na uamuzi wa koti. Na utaratibu wa kufanya kazi ya kesi za serikali ni kama haukuridhika, unachukua hatua nyingine ya kwenda kutafuta haki. Na hiyo haki hauwezi rudi mahali ulianzia kutangaza ama kuripoti kesi. Unatafuta haki kwa mahakama ya juu. Kama ilifanyika kwa mahakama za kawaida, unaenda kwa mahakama ya juu. Ikitoka kwa mahakama ya juu, inaenda kwa mahakama ya appeal mpaka mahakama ya upeo ama Supreme Court. So kuna huo utaratibu. Kwa hivyo yangu ni kuhakikishia kwamba due process ikifuatwa, mutadiscover ya kwamba you may not require to come back here, you require to go and seek further advice kutoka mahakamani. Ni ngumu, unless ni kesi ingine munaleta ambayo ni tofauti na hiyo ni ngumu irudi kwetu na tuianze tena. Na naomba muridhike, muelewe utaratibu wa kufanya kazi ya kufanya kesi na kotini, ya kwamba ukishapata haki, ukiona haki haikufanyika, unatafuta haki kwa koti nyingine ambayo ni kubwa kuliko ile ilifanya kesi yako. So naomba tuelewane. Tunashukuru kwa kujua tuko hapa na nyinyi kukuja kutafuta mwelekeo ambao tumepeana kwa wakati huu, na muridhike. Kama kuna mambo mapya, anytime ukija tutayasikiza.
Swali moja hapa. Pale mahakamani kesi ilitukuliwa kwa madai kuwa hakukuwa na ushahidi wa kutosha, na wale ambao walipeleka zile faili ni nyinyi. Wananchi wanalalamika kuwa ni kama hamkufanya uchunguzi wa kutosha kupeleka zile faili ambazo zingeweza kuwapata wale ambao walishukiwa na mashtaka.
Nafikiri nishajibu ya kwamba kuna kitu inaitwa mandate. Wakati faili kesi yote tunapokea kesi yoyote, lakini ikifika hapa tunaangalia ni gani inatuhusu, tunaendelea na upelelezi. Tunaangalia ni gani inahusu other agencies, tunawapatia. Na nilishasema wakati tulichunguza hii kesi kulingana na mandate, ilikuwa transferred to our brothers and sister agencies ambayo ni DCI. Kwa hivyo tulipokea report, ilifanywa normal assessment and analysis, ikaonekana ni iko na mandate ya DCI. Kwa hivyo iko upande huo. Lakini pia kama kuna ushahidi wa kutosha ama kutotosha, pia si kazi ya mahali kesi ilifanyika, ni mahali ya wale walitoa huo ushahidi. So I think mawaidha yangu ni hiyo tu, ni kotini tu ndio tunaweza rudi. Kama tuko na ushahidi zaidi, tunaweza kwenda na kutoa ushahidi kwa mahakama ya upeo.
Nesta kemba bune loretist. Ko angamut ko ngalal boishe kole ngetuye ra. Ko tuye boishe kole che tibaro kae. Kamie ko kole che ka ketuye ngalala. Ara ro kae ngota kegen. Ako ne wane kya wai sis kya wana kuru kesit. Tap komongu kole jaskandar kimi unda kona slip ni galbane rabisha. Ko gabar kole aki corruption. Kimi ai sisi ngune lakini mami ni katorte jot ketu. Tul kagera tul ngau el wasingishu kwa corrupt. Ni corrupt namba moja. Sababu hauna saidizi. Kimi ICC lakini hakuna mwenye. ICC lakini mami kile watari kwa kidogo. Ara wasingishu kwa corrupt hakuna jengine. Hiyo ndio corrupt. Sawa. Oba boishe kyo wanya ngalala mute. Ko kamie ure boishe ngalal tugul. Sasa ngalal tong kogero tong WhatsApp kangalal amakituye. Kogo bangani kole ko titire kityo mami kene ko titire kityo mami kene moche ko moine bayman. Amuko suppose ko gure ke county be temo ngalal do ak tugul kele lubande na chu bichu county. Amuko le ro ga en goro ga nje tugul lubane dai berbere kora. Malagam nam maandamano kumagumulubane rabisha ke binde maandamano ko ke chokan barabara atuchoki tutembe paka tulipo pesa sisi.
Ngenyoru logoiyat kong'eten studio asiketestai.
Get Africa's best entertainment anytime, anywhere, and now for even less.
This is what we're here for, duh.
With DSTV Stream and Safaricom Home Fiber. Just dial *400# then 0 to choose this DSTV offer. Select your Safaricom Home Fiber account and the DSTV Stream package you want now at a discounted price. Then select your home fiber plan, confirm payment, pay using your M-Pesa PIN, and click on the link received to sign in to your new DSTV Stream account. Then enjoy the best movies, series, and sport in Africa at its best price ever. Only with DSTV Stream and Safaricom Home Fiber. T's and C's apply.
Kila Jumatatu abago mutkasi otochi na sugabit kenyoru chenwagi chota cheiberurech chenwagi chelela chen
Tinye jeiso tuguk chenchang Sominende sigogoni Magariab kiptayanden ya Magariab neba mago
chenwagi chiba kwaya tienda na isom chinige
Ajega jego Ajega jego Ajega jego
tienda TBT
Nenyoji logo ibe Ola chingora ikegara neno jenyaduno
Ochutak tugul inyoru eng tetutiet nebo ilosu sikekas kong'ololwe Jehova kobun tienwogik. Ane Lea Kemboi Komen.
Omite nano nene testai ngolomba nyumbani. Karibuni sana.
Okay, jitap kalenjin witugulo limini go tetutietab leneme.
Kaseti shege tele tugul kusoma kaseti nebo Daily Nation, kaseti nebo The Standard, kaseti nebo The Star nebo Betuta Brani, kaskele muhaine.
Boaz Kemboy. Triza Cheroro.
Uy, yamajale Jehova gongo mugaga ya jemi. Fichugier kuno ko kapga tu kus. Ingemwe chito lu matyange ko umite serikali noi.
The easiest thing ko kiatakan serikali and anybody in the serikali and anybody in the leadership, whether co-elected and not co-appointed. It is the easiest thing to do because you don't need to explain.
Kingo jo serikali ne ko toyogita ne gure presidential working party on education reform. Kaya anyon analysis ngeme tugul gele yune ngalega elimu. Omo elimu connected ko the engine.
Siasa sinye kumagaria goingu. Siasa ko lazima itinye sabu kila. Yenyete ngoi men garia biashara. Garia biashara na yae. Yani lazima ile kakialda gani. Nena stock na maji mutai. Next week ko mushko putya swaro, you know.
Boaz Kemboy. Triza Cheroro.
Isitai activate tetutietab leneme in Kass FM International. Kass FM International. Haya. Kelejini mashabik chechoget kasta ibwati ingele komitien wogi chukibogenyu chilani gas kolei kounio gasogi nemwoyo
Anjegap chuboit ko setemi sote ongigilge barnotik age misotoni tuguchu chokibogen bogomonut weleye batongo ngale tugukap chume
Haya keteste nonio
Machale nana nyune nekikichomdosi
Angle checham ko chang menoni
Kulwenyo nindire ne kolyelge kol
kakimiten kilongu tienwogik alak chechute en Kass taibwoti yani Heshimu Ukuta kou noniso. Ekosany anyin kasit keba ak kewek. Meutien Kass taibwoti Heshimu Ukuta mara moja Jumatatu agoi komut kasio ak Daktari Stone koitande sabi Kass FM amun kimnotet nae.
Mungaret ak pandab tai neitun en Kass TV en kila kosomok kasi sait agenge agoi sait somoge elekinyoru ngalalet noton neterter kobun kipng'omotinik ak kora kenyoru kekas chechang kot missing kotinygei ak mung'arosiek cheterter. Sait aeng agoi sait somoge kenyoru kipindit noton nelel nebo The Corner Office eleking'ololchini kipng'omotinik cheterter kobun sectors cheter chebo bandab tai nebo emoni. Nengosirin en Kass TV kainenyin ko Bore Mr. Longetab kabatik ko tetutiet neitun kila kosomok kasi kong'ete sait somok agoi sait somok ak kebeberiat nebo kemboi eng Kass FM International ak eng Kass TV eng kila kwang'wan kasi kong'ete sait agenge agoi sait somok nebo kemboi. Eng tetutioni ko kinetigei akobo boisionikab kabatisiet, aldaetab tugukab imbar, sirosiek ak alak ole king'ololi ak ng'amotik koboto kabatik chekikotokchigei kabatisiet chekonech netishet.
Kakiborchi mkulima tuguk tugul stepisiek kong'ete ang'wan akoi lo. Ero nebo lo kakobara kuniet makonor nguno bandek chik.
Boisioni bo marakwek kokonech tuguk chechang kikeboisien en kit age tugul. Kikeboisien kechulen buchi, kikechoben chapati.
Otuye ak ane Bernard Tanui eng tetutionitok bo longetab kabatik eng Kass FM ak Kass TV asikinetkei chechang.
Silosu kila Jumatatu agoi komut kasi otochin asikobit kenyoru tienwogik chotok cheiberurech.
Mountain Jehovah, Sabiruten Israel,
tienwogik chelelachen.
Tinye Jeiso tuguk chechang, sominende sikokonin, mogoriot kiptayanden yo, mogoriot nebo mogo.
Tienwogik chebo kwaya. Tiendo neisomchinige. Tiendab TBT. Chutak tugul inyoru eng tetutiet nebo ilosu sikekas kong'ololwech Jehova kobun tienwogik. Ane Lea Kemboi Komen. Kass FM.
Kasarta age tugul ko kaitar boisieng'ung. Eng kila koskoling anget ale imite imunyi ak ibongoni boisiet nebo mutai. Kero, meboekan amu amiteu akobo inye. Aibun tetutietab Kass tienikyok kila Jumatatu agoi komut kasi. Sikong'etkei sait 11 akot sait 12 ak kebeberiat. Eng yutok aibun tienwogik cheiboiboin ak nesire tugul ko tienwogik cheistoun stress. Omite ak anendet Cherotich.
There are stories that make the heart race. Where love is born in the most dangerous moments.
Ali was actually Poyraz Ali.
Each secret can destroy everything. Love, passion, power. power. Lies.
It's not the first time you let me down. It was my mistake for trusting an idiot like you.
The dramas that make you feel everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m, Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m, Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m, and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m, Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus.
Kwenye Star Times, Beichini, Burudani Juu. Enjoy kids' entertainment, the best football, Hollywood movies, gripping dramas, and so much more at fantastic prices. Buy the aerial decoder at only 1,399 shillings and the dish decoder at only 2,499 shillings. Say yes to unmissable entertainment. Recharge your monthly subscription today and get upgraded to the next higher bouquet for 1 full month. And enjoy Teen Titans, Ben 10, and Pokemon Hunters on Cartoon Network. Gangs of Manila on ST Novella, and Come Back to Me on Novella E+. TNA Wrestling and blockbuster Hollywood movies on TNT. Download the Star Times own app to enjoy unlimited entertainment on the go. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Kama invite yangu haikufika on time, but I'm glad to be here anyway.
She was my rival, my competitor. We need to shut this business down.
Hii biashara ndo kila kitu kwenye hii familia. Nikufe ama nisikufe.
Kama mbaya, mbaya. Wewe ni mnoma sana.
One truth can break everything.
Sit
Kimitei agobo inye ago kimita siginetkei kibaibaitkei ak inoisechigei tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng emetab Kenya ak emotinwek chebo sang. Inyorwech eng DSTV channel 266, Zuku channel 19, GoTV channel 099, Star Times channel 164, Pang eng free to air, Bamba free to air, Azam channel 336 koboto online streaming eng www.kasstv.co.ke.
Kotitinye ng'oliot age tugul kotinygei ak tetutik chok, sirwech sirutiet en oretab email konyo info@kassfm.co.ke anan ko SMS en number 5552 anan ko 30552 ak imwawech kit neichome ak nemechome.
Kass TV, kimnotet naet.
Kenya, Twende Mbele, NCBA, go for it.
Longetab kabatik ko tetutiet neitun kila kosomok kasi kong'ete sait somok agoi sait somok ak kebeberyat nebo kemboi eng Kass FM International ak eng Kass TV eng kila kwang'wan kasi kong'ete sait agenge agoi sait somok nebo kemboi. Eng tetutioni ko kinetigei akobo boisionikab kabatisiet, aldaetab tugukab imbar, siroshek ak alak, ole king'ololi ak ng'amutik koboto kabatik chekikotokchigei kabatisiet chekonech netishet.
Kakiboti mkulima tuguk tugul stepishek kong'ete ang'wan akoi lo. Kero nebo lo nekako kora kuniet. Makonor nguno bandek.
Boisioni nebo marakwek kokonech tuguk chechang kikeboisien eng kit age tugul. Kikeboisien kechulen buchi, kikechoben chapati.
Kotuye ak ane Bernard Tanui eng tetutionitok bo longetab kabatik eng Kass FM ak Kass TV asikinetkei chechang.
Mungaret ak pandab tai neitun en Kass TV en kila kosomok kasi sait agenge agoi sait somok elekinyoru ng'alalet noton neterter kobun kipng'omotinik ak kora kenyoru kekas chechang kot mising kotinygei ak mung'arosiek cheterter. Sait aeng agoi sait somok kenyoru kipindit noton nelel nebo The Corner Office eleking'ololchini kipng'omotinik cheterter kobun sectors cheter chebo bandab tai nebo emoni. Nengosirin en Kass TV, kainenyin ko Bore Mr.
Longetab kabatik ko tetutiet neitun kila kosomok kasi kong'ete sait somok agoi sait somok ak kebeberyat nebo kemboi eng Kass FM International ak eng Kass TV eng kila kwang'wan kasi kong'ete sait agenge agoi sait somok nebo kemboi. Eng tetutioni ko kinetigei akobo boisionikab kabatisiet, aldaetab tugukab imbar, siroshek ak alak, ole king'ololi ak ng'amutik koboto kabatik chekikotokchigei kabatisiet chekonech kanetishet.
Kakibotyi mkulima tuguk tugul stepishek kong'ete ang'wan akoi lo. Ero nebo lo kakobara kuniet makonor nguno bandetik.
Boisioni bo marakwek kokonech tuguk chechang kikeboisien eng kit age tugul. Kikeboisien kechulen uji, kikechoben chapati.
Kotuye ak ane Bernard Tanui eng tetutianito bo longetab kabatik eng Kass FM ak Kass TV asikinetkei chechang.
Tetutietab netesetai koitun eng kila komut kasi eng Kass TV kong'ete sait aeng nebo kemboi agoi sait ang'wan nebo kemboi omita kanendet Jacqueline Arusei. Watileng netesetai ketindoi segments cheterter, mitei kebeberta nebo what's trending, king'olole akobo topics chekotestai ko trendan during the week eng social media. Aketindoi kora kebeberta nebo Talent Central. Kitoche tienik nyokobarta talent nenywanet akonyor support kobun akweket mashabik. Ongetuyen kila komut kasi eng netesetai. Omita kanendet Jacqueline Arusei. Inakuanga moto fire. Chamge jitab kalenjini tagateng logoiwekab emet chebo Kass TV kigurena Jacqueline Arusei kabarastaindet newolech ng'alek eng oretab kabarunoik kegurena Omi Cherotich. Kakobarasta kibagengeitab Teachers Service Commission boroinwek 20,000 chebo konetik chelelach chetetat kesir asikoba konetis eng sugulishek chebo junior schools. Wendi kotoreti tetutyonotok eng kimitetab curriculum nelel nebo somanet inat kou competency based education netesetai kosuldae serikali ole kamwa President William Ruto kole tesetai serikali kosuldae tetutik cheu chotok asikwa tai somanet eng emetab Kenya. Ang'alale ine eng State House Nairobi eng tuyetab kipsomaninik chekoibelis eng Huawei ICT competition.
If you check this morning, we have advertised for another 20,000 teachers to add on to the 100,000 that we have already hired. Why? Because education is central to us equipping our human capital with what it takes to make them the best qualified asset that we have as a nation. As I talk to you, in Parliament, we have amendments to the Higher Education Loans Board program, again, that will now make it possible. And I said before, I will repeat again, it will now make it possible for every student placed in our TVETs and in our universities to get full funding for their courses. I have listened to Steve here, I have listened to Atieno and all the young people who are here. It is my commitment that each and every one of you who qualifies to go to a TVET or a university will pursue the course of your choice without the background of your parents influencing which course you do. It is not going to be dependent on whether your parents have the means. It will be dependent on your capacity and your talent, so that every child in Kenya gets an opportunity to be their best, irrespective of their social or economic background.
Ketesetai kokakobarasta kibagengeitab konyoik nebo Kenya Medical Laboratory Technicians and Technologists Union en county nebo Kericho kole kakotelel strike nekotesentai icheket ne kong'em mising tetutik chebo konyoiset eng sipitalitab county notok. Nitok kosubkei ak kayonchinet nemwoe kole kokoityi ak serikalitab county.
Kong'alale kasarta nekabarasta katelelsetab kong'elelchinetab boisiet nebo kanyoik chebo laboratory ak kerichek anan pharmacist komasindet neo en kibagengeitab Kenya Medical Laboratory Union Pius Nyakundi kole kakoityin ak county en makutikwak.
We've actually resolved all the issues that were pending. And on behalf of my union, because today we have a signed recognition agreement that is supposed to be an history in the entire medical laboratory fraternity and the entire labor movement. That with the powers vested upon me as the National Secretary General, I hereby today call off the national strike, specifically in Kericho branch. And I call upon all my members that within 24 hours they be able to report back to duty, and if possible by midnight, or as we live here, for the county referral hospitals and the sub-county referral hospitals that are working during night duties, I humbly request them to report back to duty in the next few minutes after we leave here. Thank you and may God bless you.
Kosubkei ak Nyakundi kokaya county nebo Kericho netai kokochi boroindo ng'alalet ak koityi makutik kole kakotoigei kowekyigei boisiet icheket.
I think for the last few years I've worked as a Secretary General. It is for the first time I have had a sitting governor chairing a meeting to resolve issues affecting workers, and in this case healthcare workers. Unions are also politicians. I don't want to put politics in this, but I can say that given a chance again, I want you to resolve more other issues, and not even only issues alone, but to be one of our comrades.
Kamwa gavana nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai kole kakotoi koityi makutikab katororet ak siretab alak en kanyoikab kibagengeit noton.
So kinamoche amwai biikab Kericho kityo kokeng'ololchine ak daktarikyok chebo lab, daktarikyok chebo pharmacy, chebo biotechnology, daktarikyok chebo nutrition, daktarikyok chebo kamwa pharmacy ak chebo public health. Ko kakekoshine en oret nebektoitege boisiet. Kakikoshine keng'et keyachi icheket promotions chekokoit time nebo promotions kong'eten arawetab 8. Kakikoshine kora kenam kiboitinikyok chekomi UIC. Ko ngamun kokokonech president rabisiek tayari chebo Kenya mzima. Ko kechek wiki Kericho kokikoshine kele kong'eten wikit nonyone ak chonbwone betusiek chon en tai yono konome public service board nemi Chamani Row kokochin baronok icheket on permanent basis.
Kosubkei ak Dr. Mutai kakotoi kotokyigei sipitalisiek kanyoichoton ole makomiten kewelutik kaimutik en tetutikab kanyoiset en sipitalisiek cheboto county referral nebo Kericho.
Kamwa kora ale kong'eten nguni kakekolen off the strike akarakas kakomwa secretary kole kakolen off strike akosom daktariek tugul chebo lab, chebo pharmacy, chebo public health ak tugul kowek kasit nguniton. So kimoche kemwoin kongoi ak kelei biikab Kericho kemwoin chebo kongoi ngamun kakonech kimnotet keng'ololchin otur keitine ak daktariek ak national, because strike ni ko kobo Kenya mzima, lakini ki agenge en counties nekit 4 chekakomuch kong'ololchin tor keresolven. Counties alak nekit 40 kotokotesetai ak strike, lakini ki agenge en counties 4 chekakomuch kong'ololchin kot kekoshine.
Aripoten logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Kagejer kwanyik eng county nebo Uasin Gishu komongei akobelgei ngecherok cheterter eng lewenisiet neo nenyone eng katachnet nebo keker kele kanyor boriet nebo kelchin kobun kamuget ak kandoinatet nebo kwanyik. Ng'olonchin sirikab logoiwek eng Eldoret komwa Sarah Abdi neibelchingei ngecheretab MC eng ward nebo Kapsaos kole kakoit kasarta nenyalu komongei kwanyik amat kowai kobelgei ngecherok cheterter kou murenik.
Kosubkei ak Sarah Abdi neibelchingei ngecheretab MCA en ward nebo Kapsaos en county nebo Uasin Gishu ko kakoit kasarta nebo konyorune kelchin bororiet ak emoni kandoinatet nebo kwanyik. Ole kacher kwanyik en county nebo Uasin Gishu ak emoni komugul komongei akobelchingei ngecherok cheterter chebo kandoinatet kou murenik.
Ningeomba kumwambia wamama wote wawache kukuwa na woga, tusiuzie woga, let's stand for one another, tusimame kama sisi we were nominated and what happened, we only stayed there for 10 months. Hatutaki hiyo, tunataka wamama watuitokezee, mpambane na wanaume, mpiganie haki yenu. It's your right kusimama, msikuwe na woga. What we are doing kwa amani, what is important, usiongoje uchaguliwe, go for it.
Kongololi kandoichoto en kebeberta nebo Mailine en county nebo Uasin Gishu en igorta nebo empowerment nebo kwanyik en komosatak. Ole kamwa neki MCA en ward nebo Kapsaos Osea Lamai kole manyolu yautik chebo bunyondit chekebaorionchin en tuyoshekab bolotet en emoni. Kit nekakikimit kole mite kamanutiet nebo keyai bolotet en kalyet akot en kasarta netesetai koriku lewenisiet neo en emet.
Tutakapotumia wauni, kwanza tutapoteza maisha ya watu. Ya pili, kuna uwezekano tuweze kupoteza hata mali za watu. Na nchi yetu hatutaki kwenda sehemu ambayo tulienda mwaka wa 2007 mwaka wa 2008. Nataka niwaombe wale ambao wanaomba kura katika nyadhifa yoyote tuweze kujiepusha na hali ya kutumia vijana ama wale ambao kwa lugha nyingine wanaitwa goons.
Alagin meng'ik chebo Mailine cheboto Ali Osman kokamwa kole kikebaorionchin yautik cheterter chebo bandab tai en emet kobun kandoinatet nebo President William Ruto. Kini kamwa kole pendi kokochin ichek tiet President Ruto kelewen kenyit nenyone kotestai kondochi emoni.
Uhuru nakuja, tulibatie maka 10 fresh. Sasa hii kijana nakuja anaitwa Ruto. Tunaomba, mimi naomba wa Kenya wacheni hivi na hivi, tubatie hii kijana maka yake 10 aende kwa usalama katika maka 10 hii, aletie sisi maendeleo, asaidie sisi mambo ya hospitali, mambo ya shule, mambo ya barabara.
Kong'ete kebeberta nebo Mailine en county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass TV, kanenyu ko Timothy Kiplimo.
Kakecher biikab emoni kobois kibagenge eng tetutikab ibunetab walet ak kanabtaetab sobetab biik chematindoi kamuget eng ortinwek cheterter koretab keib walet ak bandab tai eng emoni. Kamwa rupotab nebo ngecheret eng kibagengeitab ng'amutikab hesabu eng emoni nebo Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya, Bernard Amuga kole tesetai ak tetutik cheu chotok kibagengeinotok eng emoni.
Kong'alalchin sirikab logoiwek kasarta nekaindochi yatetab social hall nebo ketisietab biik chetinye kewelutik en borwek nebo Kericho Rehabilitation Center, komwa rupeyotab kibagengeitab ng'amutikab hesabu nebo Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya ICPAC en emoni CPA Bernard Amuga kole noton ko oret agenge netokyingei koib walet kibagengeinoton en emoni.
We are working to impact communities across the country. So this project is meant to help those who are abled differently in this institution, to enable them be in a comfortable place that can enable them achieve the objective that they set for themselves.
Kosubkei nebo ngecheret en ICPAC South Rift, Dorothy Koech kokalelitetab social hall inoton ko agenge en tetutik chetesentai en emoni.
We started with one at Kedawa Special School in Kedawa. We did a kitchen, and then from there we went to Narok, and then we did an ECD classroom from the ground up. And again after that we went to Bomet, and we did also an ECD classroom. And we look for those places that are really vulnerable and are very needy.
Kamwa CPA Olive Kitau nebo Iceberg kole bo kamanut boisietab kibagenge en tetutik cheu choton ngalalet nekarobeun FCPA Georgina Malombe.
We come together. We apportion some funds towards community development, towards sustainability initiatives, and we are able now to do such a project together as a team, as members, and like our branch chairman has said, it is not a single person's job.
What we are doing as ISPAC, just to ensure that the impact is more felt, we are coming up with a foundation, an ISPAC foundation. This will be able to attract many funding opportunities, we get sponsors, and therefore will be able to touch more lives. But also to call upon those who are in authority on the decision-making tables, just to look at the needs of the society and allocate more resources.
En komastanyin komwa manager nebo Kericho Rehabilitation Center David Omondi Opar kole kikobunu uinwek Rehabilitation Center noton ole bo kamanut kalilitet ak toretet age tugul en boisionikwak.
You look at the infrastructure around this place, leave alone this, because this is still new. You find that the infrastructure is not up to date, meaning there's a shortfall somewhere. So the funding that I'm talking about, which we get from national government because we are under national government, has not been enough. That's why we will look for partners and collaborators to come on board so that we can pull together.
My name is Derek Kipchirchir, a student here. I joined here taking a course in computer studies, that is adaptive computer for visually impaired students. Being a student here, I have acquired many things which have built me to connect with the entire society and the entire job market. It has enabled me to work confidently with the society.
Thank you. My name is CPO Wycliffe Bichanga, a council member with the ISPAC. For me, the excitement is that we've touched the community and that section of the community that is underprivileged. My ask is to the community not to hide those ones who are enabled differently. Let them come out here, gain skills, because the society still needs them. There is a misconception that that category of human beings are not needed in the society, but truth be told, we still need them.
Aripot ni loya abe met chebo Kass kongeten county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Kagomwa gavana nebo county nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai kole kikowange ak koit tetutikab chikilisiet ak kakoitoetab mbarenik chebo Chelimo ak Kevoko ole matindoi imanit age tugul alak meng'ik chokotestai komange akomwa kole kikitaban icheket. Kamwa gavana nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai kole kikoit tetutikab kakoitoetab mbarenik en Chelimo ak Kevoko en taonitab Kericho ole mayani biik chokotestai komange akoe kambaket komache mbarenik choton.
Amache amwa ale kiketar ng'alekab squatter. Kikolenji amuiten keib kainutik keverifyen kele ng'o menyoru iman mbaret, ko kingeib kainutik koba kecheken inyoru boyot nekasirchi mbaret lakini latinye kwonyik oeng. So kasi moe kesirchi kwonyin mbaret ak kesirchi kwondo ng'o neming'in mbaret. Inyoru chito age tindoi lagok 7 lakini moe kesirchi lagokyik tugul 7 mbaret. Ako kitoreti momi chi nekiale mbarani eb Kericho. Kibwa biik amobo Kericho bichoton chechang.
Kosubkei ak Dr. Mutai komatindoi imanda age tugul bichoton koyai kambaket en wikit nekosirto akoi ofisinyin ole kong'em mlangoitab county nebo Kericho ole tesetai bichoton akot en rirek ak wakat komwoe kole kikitaban icheket en kakoitoetab mbarenik choton.
So katangasan en ireu kibwa bichoton akobun mlangoit nebo kipsigisiek chebo Kericho. Ndebekere ikibandok kwamo Kericho lakini bune mlangoit nikiteche kipsigisiekab Kericho. So kamwa ale yon tenyone ireu nyele metie mbaret inde kitambulisho isisen kutit kibandet. Anale ibon kotibon Narok ibeche ng'utut kotibo Bomet ikerchigei Barchok kokone mbaret Barchok kotibo iwe yuno maketango en Kericho
Wamenipomoa nyumba mahali nilikuwa naishi ni hapa. Hawako kunipea notice, nilikuwa na hustle nikapata nyumba imeanguka. Saa hizi na mahali pa kwenda. Naomba serikali tu anisaidie.
Nyumba yangu imepomoleka. Alipomoa na Greta.
Cheitu biik chekasunguka nato kowokyot akole meno mbaretab buch. Kimoche ketech town neribe kipsigisiek kyok en tai yuno. Inguni kesita kechobe lam kolanda town nindo nyundo lam. Akamwani ko president. Nyone president komolu. Kunyi direkta ko itan nebo town nembia.
Kamwa Dr. Mutai kole mawekse let en tetutik chebo kabaraitab taonitab Kericho kou en maketab serikalitab emoni kondochin President Dr. William Ruto.
Lakini ko makosa. Inyon chito nengen ile itinye korengung. Ya? Ibe mote ke lexibui ilga mwaita akinyele asquata. Ala ko bona arse ke chene ako bakanga risho ko moto ne ke chene ako asquata. So kwa mwali ke verification. Empite tuna. Ako ke verification aka moja moyo le chito ne te ite ile mi bare niki goito. Mo mi bare niki bro batie mitsahau. Kotimanyo mandamano ami wiki ni mo ndio county. Yonse ke tuye.
Kacher biikab emet kotia kokachi kasubet serikalitab emoni akoibchi kamanut kosirgei koek birikab kura asikosulda makenywa nebo koleben President Dr. William Ruto en kasarta nebo aeng.
Ngale biik chok chebo gaa kelenje yai nenyonet. Mengo ngale chi kolenje yai nenyonet. Angamun ngobone ke bororioni no kakobangan bichuno komoche chi tugul ngechirani president. Ko eche ketinye kelchi ko ki bororiet ketinye ngechiretab president. Mengo lenje chi yan nenyonet kotko yan nenyonet ko lasu borche ngechirani ton bichundan. Amoche asom biik chok ale ko kengalala governor kyok tugul ak kandoik kyok. Akoi Barchok, akoi olimbo Narok, akoi olimbo LK, akoi olimbo Merkwet, akoi Yuna, olimbo Tugen. Abo Nandi governor sang. Ko kaitu tugul koboto waziri nenyon Kipchumba Murkomen. Ko kikimek boisiek kyok. Akekoshine kele kimonye keyai chekibore voter registration.
Aripotenye logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Nyigisindo nebo kanyoiset ak ripset koboto katabanet ko alak eng kewelutik chenyoru sigik chebo lagok chetinye kaimutik cheterter. Imuch noto kotonon boisionik chebo kotugul chebo sigik amu magat korib lagok chotok. Ubuntu Life Foundation Children and Wellness Center kotoreti sigik kokirinda kewelutik chetinyegei ak ripset.
Boiboiyetab sigindet age tugul ko koker kole mitei lagok chik eng chametabgei kobate eng kasarta nekosich lakwet anan kobor walutikab chikilisietab kanyoiset kole mitei kaimutiet eng lakwenyi konyoru nyigisindo neo sigindet mising ko kamatik. Agnes Nasieku ko kwony nekiwalak sobenyi yekingosich lakwenyi netai kobo kenyisiek 18 netindoi kaimutietab autism ole kitoigei kaimutik chik kosub ak magutik chechang chekimokchinigei lakwenyi maimuch koet lakwenyi kou ole magat kosub ak kaimutionoto bo autism ole alak ripsetab lakwenyi koek boisiet nemagat koyai eng betut age tugul. Kinyor ine sosisiet ak katabanet kobun biik kosub ak kaimutietab autism netindoi lakwenyi kobate eng toretet nekinyor kobun Ubuntu Life Foundation kokikomuch kotokchigei yaetab mung'aret asikosich chepkondok cheriben lakwenyi.
Nilikuwa nashangaa ako na shida gani juu hata sikuwa najua, lakini after kukua kidogo nikaona huyo mtoto ako na mashida za hapa na pale juu alikuwa na conversions, alikuwa na mashida mingi, lakini Mungu amemsaidia. Challenge zilikuwa mingi sana juu kulikuwa na watu wananiambia usipeleke mtoto huko ama usiende hapo juu mtoto haizi saidika hata ukimpeleka huyu mtoto. Kaambia wacha tu nimpeleke juu labda maybe Mungu atamuonekania.
Yoe Nasieku boisiet nebo nabet ak aldaetab asonoek ole kikosich kamang'unet nebo kotestai ak sobet akot ngandan tindoi lakwet netindoi autism nemakchinigei ripset nebo barak.
Ameimprove juu sasa kwa saa hii anavaa nguo, kwa saa hii anakula mwenyewe, kwa saa hii at least unaona akona change ya kutaka kuongea juu haongeagi. Nilikuja na mtoto wa mama mwingine, mama yake hangeweza kukuja na yeye.
Lea Wamboi akine ko kamet netindoi lakwet netindoi kewelutik eng borto nekibet kamang'unet yekingosich lakwanata ole kibun nyigisindo neo koboto katabanet ole kiwalak sobenyi yekingonyor toretet kobun Ubuntu Life Foundation ole kiripchini lakwet asikotokchigei boisionik chebo kotugul.
Kama wazazi ambao wako na watoto special tunajaribu kuwaongelesha ili sasa watoe hao watoto nje kwa community, ili asione ni yeye peke yake akona huyu mtoto, aone kuna wengi. Wakati unaona kuna watoto wengi wako na special, unajiamini wewe mwenyewe.
Baibai Ubuntu Life Foundation kokotoret sigik cheu choto konyor sobet neter asikotokchigei yaetab boisionik kongen kole ribotin lagokwai.
We're currently running a neurology program taking care of people with conditions such as epilepsy, autism, ADHD and cerebral palsy. But I would say the majority of our patients are people with epilepsy. So the child for us is what is very key, because for these children, if we don't intervene, we end up losing a lot of potential. I would say that has been my toughest population, especially the young mothers, because first you are struggling with just being a young mother, and then now you have maybe a child with a neurological condition. Whatever, the youngest I've seen is around 16, 17 years. I have one who is in school currently. The rest of them have vocational skills, so they are doing like income generating activities for those who maybe did not proceed with school to completion.
Eng emetab Kenya kotindoi chomchinet eng ngatutiet kametwagik chemengechen kowektagei sukul asikotestai ak somanet. Ole kikowek sukul kametwagik chechang, Ubuntu Life Foundation eng nguno kosire atindiot age nelel eng kasarta age tugul. Ikochin kamet ak lakwet kasarta koboto boroindo nebo konyor kakimitet newalei sobonwekwak.
And so what we do is kind of regain that dignity. And we help the mothers to be able to, okay, what dreams did you have? I had dreams to do school. And so they go back to do computer. Some have gone even up to high school to do their high school degrees or certificates that they missed. So we are doing all that with the goal of starting a college for children who have been seen like they cannot perform academically, but we believe they have a superpower. There is something, they have a potential, there's something that they can be able to do. So we are looking for resources to be able to build that college. We just bought a 10 acres piece of land.
Eng nguno konyoru toretet nebo konyoiset ak ripset lagok chesire 400.
And all the people who get this message to know that if all of us can do the little that we can do, our communities will be a better place. And so that's my calling.
Ubuntu Life Foundation Children Wellness and Medical Center ko kikosir historia neter ole kikonam eunekab sigik chebo lagok chetindoi kaimutik cheterter ak kowisisyi kewelutik chebunei.
Chitab Kalenjin kakitukyo ak emetab logoiwek chebo emet chekakimuch kebun kong'ete studio nebo Kass TV. Kongoi missing aboroinden kekonechigei logoiwekab emet. Kigurena Jacqueline Arusei, aborostoindet nekawolwech ng'alek eng oretab kabarunoik kekuren Naomi Cherotich ak amagun kit age tugul nemie.
Kimitei akobo inye ako kimita sikinetkei kibaibaitkei ak kinoisechigei tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng emetab Kenya ak emotinwek chebo sang. Inyorwech eng DSTV channel 266, Zuku channel 19, GoTV channel 099, Star Times channel 164, Pang eng free to air, Bamba free to air, Azam channel 336 koboto online streaming eng www.kasstv.co.ke.
Kotitinye ng'oliot age tugul kotinygei ak tetutik sirwech sirutiet en oretab email konyo info@kassfm.co.ke anan ko SMS en number 5552 anan ko 30552 ak imwawech kit nechome ak nemechome.
Kass TV, kimnotet naet.
Mungaret ak pandab tai neitun en Kass TV en kila kosomok kasi sait agenge agoi sait somoge elekinyoru ngalalet noton neterter kobun kipng'omotinik ak kora kenyoru kekas chechang kot missing kotinygei ak mung'arosiek cheterter. Sait aeng agoi sait somoge kenyoru